We're ready?
Yep, we're ready. Tee it up.
Broadcasting live at US Watch to help find Sebastian Rogers. He was abducted by unknown suspect, possibly in an unknown vehicle. Carefully navigate to your assigned watch zone and check in to claim your reward at US.watch/find Sebastian. Do not trespass or confront the suspect. To report a sighting or any suspicious activity, call 911 or tap the phone button. Stay tuned in to this broadcast at US.watch/find Sebastian to get the latest information and search instructions pertaining to this alert. I'm going to let Deputy Phillips take it from here.
Thank you, Deputy Skaggs. And thank you to everyone actively searching at US.watch/find Sebastian. Curtis Harris just cleared their first watch zone. Today's top searchers are Melanie Smith with 2 zones cleared, Jenna Schneider with 1 zone cleared, and Curtis Harris with 1 zone cleared. Keep up the great work, everyone.
This is Deputy Michaels.
Yeah. That's a drop the mic moment, right, guys?
Yep.
Let's just pause to read this, because I don't give a fuck what he just said, because everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. This is from Tony Mathis to me. Let me just rewind this while you guys read it.
Have I ever done dating back to the early days with Caleb?
Let's rewind this.
And one thing I was raised to never do is to disrespect somebody that didn't deserve to be disrespected me. And I've met them, they've done something to me, whatever, and you'll never find anything I've ever said to anybody that was disrespectful.
You'll never find, never is a fucking wrong word to use in my fucking book. You'll never find that he disrespected somebody.
And that's all I ask in return is I'm doing a tough job. I'm not getting paid to do it. I was asked to do it. Made it clear that I didn't want to do it.
Screenshot.
So I decided to do it.
Now he made it clear that he didn't even want to do this.
See it. And that's all I ask in return is I'm doing a tough job. I'm not getting paid to do it. I was asked to do it. Made it clear that I didn't want to do it. And
Sing that again. I can't. I don't even know what the fuck I said.
still decided to do it. When I did, I'm going to see it through. I'm going to stay on my set side until we bring this boy home. And I'm going to do the job to the best of my abilities. And you have to remember that there is no specific definition of a spokesperson. That job is exactly what the father wants it to be. And that job is much different for Seth than it was for Randy. But I don't do it.
So now, yeah, because you had to clean up Seth, right? You didn't have to clean up Randy because he already had collared shirts.
He said there's no real definition of the duties of a spokesperson.
Like clean up in aisle 9. That's what he said on TikTok.
By the end of 32 and a half hours, we had raised $22,206 for billboards.
More than 6 months since he disappeared, still no sign of Sebastian Rogers. Now TikTokers are raising money to put up billboards of the missing Sumner County teenager nationwide. Good evening, everybody. I'm Scott Couch. Megan has the night off. Billboards aren't just the latest effort to find out what happened to this 15-year-old with autism. Fox 17 News' Caitlin Miller is now live at the Sumner County Sheriff's Department in Gallatin with how social media creators are keeping this search in the spotlight.
Yes, well, the 2 TikTokers said that they had no intention on making this a big social media push to raise money. But one of the TikTokers was going live and saying how they were going to match the other's donation. And then other people chimed in saying they wanted to donate. And next thing you know, they were raising more than $20,000 for Sebastian Rogers. They're known as Barbecue Lady and Tammy on TikTok. The 2 decided to help fund a billboard for missing Sumner County teen Sebastian Rogers. The autistic boy vanished without a trace on February 25th. But when the Barbecue Lady went live, their effort got a lot more attention than they were both expecting.
It's like a snowball effect. It was like all these large creators started coming in, and then their following started coming in, and then it just kept going from there.
It reached so many people across the nation that TikTok user Emily Crawford from Seattle saw it and matched the donations she received.
Missing kids holds a very special place in my heart because they need advocacy, and it falls on our shoulders to promote that.
And now Barbecue Lady says they've selected 104 billboards across the country that will look like this.
We did hand select these based on getting as much exposure in the most heavily trafficked patterns along the interstates.
That Barbecue Lady explains has the ability to make millions of impressions, to raise awareness about what Sebastian Rogers looks like, the fact that he is still missing, and that the FBI is offering a $50,000 reward.
Somewhere, somebody has seen him and will maybe call that. And now that the FBI has actually added an award, a reward for that, then we're hoping that also will trigger someone to make that phone call.
In order to finally get some answers. And once they see the impressions that their billboards are getting, they will adjust the locations accordingly. And if there's any leftover money, they will use that for further missing persons cases. Reporting live from Sumner County, I'm Caitlin Miller, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
So I want to address these comments that were made by Emily on Barbecue's page. So Emily says, what I've taken away from Salty's videos. Number 1, it's okay for her not to show her receipts and to judge others harshly due to pre-existing biases towards socioeconomic statuses. Number 2, it's inappropriate for people to spend their hard-earned money in ways that best suit them if it does not support her goals and mission, in my opinion. So I'm going to address that. Just these 2 real quick. So I came out and made a video saying these girls were cute in their outfits, that they were being flashy. I never met Emily before in my life. First time I even seen Emily come on the scene was raising money for Barbecue's billboards. And everyone started, Emily donated all this money. She was matching donations. People were donating thousands of dollars and she was matching. She got a lot of money. I had tons of people telling me this, tons of people. And so my very first impression of Emily was because at least 20, 30 people come to me and tell me how much money Emily had donated to Barbecue's billboard and how she was matching donations and how she was loaded. Okay, everybody talking about it. Now, for somebody to say that she's got money, that's not a harsh judgment. It's a fact. If you just throwing down $3,000 and throwing that down to a donation to a billboard, you got money. That's not a harsh judgment. That's not an insult. And if you take it as an insult, I think that's kind of weird. Number 3, she had hopes to benefit from a platform that generously raised $22,000 for billboards and expected the same results for her endeavors. She had hopes to benefit. So I wanted to benefit from Barbecue's platform. I didn't want to benefit. I had no hopes of benefiting at all. I had hopes of raising money for North Carolina. I had hopes that North Carolina would be able to benefit from Barbecue and her platform. It was my hope. that Barbecue, as well as Emily and Nikki and Tammy and all these people who use their platform to so generously raise $22,000 for Sebastian's billboard months after the child went missing, which was rumored to have been done for pure spite. But these people said, no, it wasn't out of spite. We did it out of love because we care about our community and the people in our community. So yeah, because I expected that to be true, I expected these same caring people to put the same exact effort and energy that they put into Sebastian's billboards into North Carolina. Not for my benefit, for North Carolina's benefit. That's very skewed for you to think that this is about me. I live in a fucking trailer, okay? This ain't about me. I ain't benefiting from nobody here. You didn't give me $25K for a lawyer fee, okay? You ain't benefiting me. I don't know who you are. You come out of nowhere and you're dropping big dollar. You can't be mad for me saying that. That's what you're doing. And you're braggadocious about it. So if I call you a boss, babe, it's not an insult, babe. It's a compliment. Take it as such. She quite selfishly disregarded the trials of Barbecue's private life. No, Barbecue quite selfishly focused on her trials of her own fucking life instead of caring about the people of North Carolina. Again, this ain't about me. This is about the people of North Carolina, Emily. Get your head out of your ass. And is holding her liable for not placing the needs of North Carolina before her own selfish ass needs. And you're right, I am. I think that was very selfish of her. Absolutely. And I do think that if you have a platform with thousands of followers, that when something of this catastrophic event happens in our country to a wide area, I think, it is my opinion, that you have an obligation to try and raise money and help those kind of people. And if you're generously raising $22,000 for billboards 7 months after a child went missing in an effort to be spiteful towards other people, then yeah, I think you should put that same energy into helping the people of North Carolina. Facts. But I think that this is very selfish to be showing off and braggadocious about your clothes and your fancy money while begging for money for Barbecue, for lawyers and this and that. You got people on Social Security, disability, Medicare, fucking giving that girl money. And you got all this money, just pay for her yourself then. Since it's something that you feel is something you want to spend your hard-earned money on. But don't be begging for money from other people when you got all this money to spend. It's not about my needs. Emily, get your head out of your ass again. It's about the people in North Carolina. And yes, Barbecue was being selfish to be all up in her own fucking drama and bullshit and not worrying about nobody else but herself. It's always about her. Every day, poor me. She's got another poor me story. But she can't help nobody else. Yeah, I got issue with that. When you have a large platform, you have an obligation and a responsibility to your community, period. Salty has single-handedly placed my safety along with others at risk for calling us out for being rich boss babes. No, girl, you did that yourself when you started braggadociously dropping money left and right like it was fucking Monopoly. And then making videos bragging about your fancy-ass fucking rich-ass clothes. Whether you got them at Goodwill or not, sitting there wearing Ray-Bans and being like, look at my fancy, expensive glasses. Oh, they're knockoffs from Temu. She didn't say that in the video, though. She's being braggadocious while just day before she's begging for money. Get the fuck out of here. She has 0 facts correct. No, I have all the facts correct. You just don't like the fact that truth hurts. That's the fact. Now, I try to be nice and thank you for helping out and donating your generosity and donating your goodwill and helping others because you rich and you got the money and you can donate and you dropping all kinds of money. Everybody wow by you. Wow, Emily got all this money. Dropping it left and right. You got the whole community like, who Emily? What did Emily do? Where's she work at? What does she do? What's her business? Girl, you did that your fucking self, dumbass. Stay salty, bitches.
In the group.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for a fake account talking shit about Salty, because that's what they're gonna fucking do. And they're probably gonna do one about me. They're probably gonna do one about Nikki. They might do one about Peachy. They might do one about May. They might do one about Curve. Whoever. Any creator that they're going after is it's just ridiculous. Like what?
Yeah, some of these chats are crazy.
Like what the fuck, bro? I don't want any creator attacked. I don't give a fuck. I don't want anybody attacked. I don't want Ocean attacked even. I don't want Chase attacked. I want them to get the fuck out of his grip. That's what I want.
Like I said, if I was the family, I'd be speaking for myself at this point. Like literally.
I almost feel like this is a very strong word, please. I just don't know another word to use, but he's almost like a pimp of some kind, like bossing his girls around. And I don't like it. I don't like that for these people that I used to like.
Right.
Ocean, I used to love talking to her. She's very smart. She has good ideas. She has good intuition.
I think just sometimes hate gets a hold of you the best. I don't know.
I'm not saying he's a pimp, y'all. Please don't read too much. I'm just saying I don't know what another word to use.
Ooh, wait, you said he was a pimp?
You're pimpish.
I'm dead. Puppet master. It's just sad to see that that's going on within, like, the most important part is that this is involving a child. Like, this case is around a 15-year-old missing child. And this is the shit that people are talking about.
In the screenshots that I have from Bertha.
And I mean, I've talked some shit. I ain't lying, bro. We all have.
But we've never gone after somebody, like, real life or, you know what I mean? Like, never.
Nope.
I would never go real life on somebody. Never. Ever. And in the screenshots I have from Bertha, the way he talks to her, wow. He's
like, just sad I went on a cruise on Mother's Day because that's
also like little girl, you're gonna learn you mess with the wrong one. You know, like just very. She don't put up with it though. She gives it right back to him. But who the fuck does he think he is talking to her like that? Who the fuck are you?
Why is he talking to women like that at all? He is married. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know what goes on in their home. I have absolutely no clue. But I mean, just seeing somebody's character and what's going on, I mean, that's scary. Like, ugh.
Yes, I can talk about that, Brenda. So in a couple months, like a while ago, Justin on TikTok had a YouTube live with Seth. And it was like Seth's first interview with him or something. It's on YouTube, on Justin on TikTok's YouTube. If you go to his live videos, it's one of his first interviews with Seth. And in that interview, Seth is, talking about Sebastian and, things about him. And it's a good video. And then all of a sudden it makes a turn. And I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact words, but he basically tells us that
I cried that night. That was a lot of personal info.
I was mortified for Sebastian, mortified. We learned, I think that Seth said he had to wear diapers, and that, I think it was that night. And then that there was an allegation that Seth was inappropriate with Faith. And that, it's possible that Chris did something with Sebastian because he was going to try to get custody of Faith. Something along those lines, you guys. But I implore you to go watch it yourself so that you can get the words right from his mouth, because I might be disrespecting how it's being repeated.
I think it's still up on the YouTube.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I know I have a copy of it somewhere on my phone.
Me too.
I mean, you guys all remember this, right? I'm not crazy. He did say that. We were all upset. We were like in tears over this.
Said a lot of personal stuff.
And so, of course, what happened after that, where people were talking about it. This is what we do, right? We talk about the case, and we talk about possible motive, and we talk about what could have happened. You know what, Marcy? I think he did. Now that you mentioned it, I think the next interview on Pascal, I think he brought that up. I can't remember, but I think he did. I think you might be right. No, there was only 10 episodes. It's over.
All right, guys, I'm making macaroni and cheese. I don't know. I've been craving it lately.
But it did happen, you guys. I'm not making it up. So, of course, true crime creators, in talking about the case, when you're talking about a case, you have to bring in all data points, whether you like it or not, right? And this is from the victim's father. Like, why would the victim's father make that up? So, of course, it's going to be a data point to talk about. So when, and Sawyer, I'm not picking on you, but like when you say things like, so it's okay to talk about Sebastian possibly, hurting Faith. Yes, it is appropriate to talk about because it came from the father.
Well, yeah, especially if the father's talking about it publicly.
I mean, it's horrible. And I mean, I wouldn't just pull it out of thin air and make it up, but like, but is it a possible motive? It's a possible motive for what happened. So of course creators are going to talk about it.
Salty Lunatic wants you to tell her who the mole is.
I ain't telling nobody. It ain't me, I'll tell you that. It wasn't me.
It's not Body. He's not a good liar.
No, dude. I was thinking about that today on my ride home.
So truthful.
From the wedding shop. I was like, man.
Too honest.
Fuck. I was thinking about my autism and I was like, motherfucker.
No, it's over, Salty.
It's still on. I mean, it's on Netflix, so it doesn't go away.
I mean, yeah, it's still on, but the episodes are over.
I mean, I came home a year ago. That was filmed a year ago. A year ago. Actually, I came home a year ago this month. Anywho.
So happy my shirt came out. So
everybody be on their tippy toes. Everybody be on their tippy toes about videos that are being made by, faceless accounts who are just like posting, screenshots.
They have inside info.
They have inside info or
they're liars.
Things like that. And that's another reason. That's another reason. Like we're kind of being careful about who, even though we know most of you and we've seen your face, we're just being extra cautious about who gets in the boxes right now. It's not. Please, it's not. First of all, it's not permanent. It's only for right now. There's just a lot.
And normally my boxes used to just be me, and then I allowed my close group up, and then just recently, like within the last couple of months, I've had several people in my box, and it's not personal. On some aspects it is, and certain people know that, but it's not personal for like creators or my like main followers or stuff. It's to protect right now, a lot of things.
I'll tell you this. It's not me, and I didn't win. That's all that matters. So you don't need to Otherwise, it's boring. But no, I can tell you if you guys really want to know. It was Sean's mole. Heinzie girl. My girl Heinzie. Let's shake it, mama.
I appreciate all of you guys that understand.
This is so... Oh, there's another one I really want to talk about. Another screenshot really quick.
Go ahead.
This one's from Crabtree. And I have issue with this from a case perspective, okay? Where we search and what we find is Seth's private business.
No, it's TBI's. It's the laws.
It's TBI's business, first of all. And second of all, the parents always get told, and this is why I felt really bad for the Proudfoots at the beginning, because Katie Proudfoot was getting fucking wailed on. You guys know this, right? She was getting fucking wailed on. She's not fucking searching. You wouldn't be able to pull me away from searching for my son. You wouldn't be able. Yes, you would. No, you wouldn't. Yeah, stop. And I got beat up for this. People beat me up for this because I was defending her in that. Parents, people close to the case, people close to the victim, should never go searching. If you stumble across evidence, God forbid a body, but even clothes or personal belongings, your first reaction is going to run to your loved one, touch them, cry, touch the items. You're going to contaminate all that, right? Additionally, with the animosity on both sides of the spectrum on this, you have the Proudfoots and the Seth people who fucking hate each other, right? They are fucking hating each other. Evidence can be planted. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that is going to happen. I'm not saying that, but it could. It could happen in any case, right? It could happen in any case. Where we search and what we find is Seth's private business. No, it's not. No, it is fucking not. It's TBI's business. And I'm sorry, you know what? It's just an odd comment to make. And maybe I'm reading too much into it, you guys. But I have all these. I spent a lot of time reading all this shit, and this just stood out to me. I was just like, what the fuck, bro?
I still haven't read even close to like fucking 20.
Man up and have a conversation. How about you man up? Fucking Crabtree's like, talking shit with the girls. He's right. Crabtree's right. He's like, listen, you're talking to a fucking man right now. You might talk shit to the girls, but you would not go and talk to me this way. You know what I mean? I love it. I love it.
I fucking love it.
But the way he talks to people, no. He's acting like Billy Badass. Bitch, you're a crane salesman. Get the fuck out of here.
What do you mean?
We ride it drawn for Crabtree, right? I do like him a lot. I do. I really do. Anywho, parents are told not to search for a reason. And so when kids go missing, obviously I'm not a mother. I'm not. But, and maybe because I'm not a mother, it's easy for me to say, you wouldn't go searching for your child. You wouldn't, because you don't want to jeopardize anything about them being found, right? You want them to be found, but I understand the need and the want to be involved. And so I was like, listen, when this all happened, I was like, listen, you can be critical of Katie Proudfoot, but be critical for the right reasons. Be critical because she's not manning the tent, handing out waters to the searches. Be critical that she's, whatever. But don't be critical because she's not searching. She can't. She's not allowed. Well, they can't stop you. They can't stop you, but they strongly advise you not to, right? And again, I'm not a mother, so it's super easy for me to say, you wouldn't be searching.
I probably would, I think, but if I knew it was going to be like a recovery, I wouldn't.
Yeah, that would be difficult. Lemon, get the fuck down. My dog is, come here, Lemon, stop it right now. Someone come get this fucking pug.
Oh, it's your baby. It's the baby.
I know, Gianna, and I listen. I think it's like, yeah, I would go searching. That you wouldn't be able to stop me. But when you're presented with the actual moment, and you're presented with the feelings of helplessness, and you've got professionals in front of you being like, listen, you can't do this. We have a better chance of finding your kid if you don't. Things like that. I don't know what they tell you. I don't. I'm only imagining it's something. Like, we're gonna find them. It's when you're presented in that moment and you're in that state, I don't know what you would do as a mother. I don't. But we can't fault her for taking the advice from TBI and the Sumner County Sheriffs. We just can't.
Pretty much admitted that he has been working for Seth by legal obligation, attorney-client privilege, and all that. Basically, my takeaway is that this guy is claiming to be Seth's new TikTok lawyer to publicly defend him in public on TikTok. So I'm responding that you have a legal obligation.
But that's not what you said. You said, did you speak to Seth? Like I said, did I once mention Seth? I never said anything about Seth.
We were talking about Seth. So I mentioned Seth, and he responds,
I have a legal obligation to represent as needed.
There you go. There you go.
Debunk rumors.
We can go in circles
Give out
all
facts.
day. Who are you representing? Who are you defending? Crickets. Crickets.
Number one, I don't even know who you are. Who is Salty?
He doesn't know who I am. Remember that. He doesn't know who I am. Save that in your piggy bank for
Do
later.
you have a different profile?
No, she's always the
Do you have a
Salty
different
Lady. She's the
profile?
one
He
that
has
I
no
told
idea who I
you
am. This is
recorded
genuine
and she posted it.
cluelessness right now. Genuine cluelessness. Who is this girl? Oh, he's lost. He don't know. He don't know the salty lunatic. Oh,
Now,
he don't
I mean,
know.
look, when I say what I said, I'm pretty sure there's 49 people in here. I'm sure 48 people realize what I meant. You must be the only one that didn't understand. So I don't know how to help you there.
Look at him trying to play games with me.
See, Salty, that's how we
cute.
felt last night with that woman, Caroline.
Okay.
What she was saying was all of our business as well. So we
Okay.
have questions.
Salty lady, you said it's all of our business, actually. How is it your business who I represent or who Seth hires or what Seth does? How's that any of your business?
Who
Or anyone's
Seth
business?
hires or what Seth does. Confirming he works for Seth as Seth's lawyer. He's trying to be so evasive. It's hilarious. Oh, I got him, though. I got him. I got his number. We know exactly who he is. Yes, we do. Well, it's as much of our business as it was y'all's business, who Eggs was, right? Y'all interrogate him. They don't like it when
Somebody
somebody's on the other
It has to be a monetary exchange. doesn't it?
Did I mention anybody that Seth hired me?
foot. You might as well have.
Thank you.
I just heard that you represent as needed.
What do y'all think? Y'all think he works for Seth?
You do know representation and hiring is two different things, right?
Oh, so is he working pro bono? Is that what he's trying to say?
I don't give a fuck if you got it recorded.
He's so bad. He's so
Just make
bad.
sure you play the whole thing and don't clip it to benefit yourself like others.
Oh,
do.
they better hear the whole thing. Oh, shit. Well, it is TikTok, you know. If they wanted the whole thing recorded, they'd do it on YouTube. Let's be honest. They don't want this recorded. But I got it recorded because, you know, Salty keeps the receipts. I see you through the lines.
Out there. The rumors need to stop. I know you don't normally, post a rumor, so.
I'm not the one. I'm not the one.
He's not the one. No, he ain't the one. He ain't not the one. The Delta, the one that's all about change.
All your little groupies, your little connections, whatever you want to call them. Yes, I've got all your information. Personal, financial.
Wait a minute, 2 seconds ago he didn't know who I was.
I have all that. I've got access to all that.
Now he's trying to threaten me. I got all your financials.
So you want to play? Let's play. I mean, keep it up.
What? You got my financials. You gonna pay my bills? Is that what you're saying? Oh my God, I'm dead.
You can shut the hell up, you and your crew, and focus on Sebastian.
Oh God, he's so
Or
mad.
you can continue your propaganda.
He big mad. He big mad.
The ball's in your court.
You didn't like when the shoe's on the other foot, huh? It was all fun and games when you was interrogating eggs yesterday,
If
though.
you cared about Sebastian like y'all say you do, y'all won't be doing this shit right now.
Oh, he's such a victim now. He's such a victim. Oh my God.
Because you're just muddying his name. That's all you're doing.
Nobody even mentioned his name.
I invited you out.
No. I'm in the car. There's loud music. I can't go up.
Who wants to pay them? What the hell do I care? Do you know why why an attorney would know somebody's finances? Because if we ever sue somebody for monetary issues, we got to know how much you got. We got to know what you're holding. What's under your name? What the hell? I mean, it's called common sense.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Oh shit. Then he knows I got nada, which means he'll get half a nada, a part of nada, a little piece of
Like I
nada.
said, all you're doing in here right now is just you're just muddying Sebastian's name. That's
No.
all you're doing.
No, honey, that's what Seth
You
did.
can pretend y'all care about him. You can pretend, but guess what? You don't. You don't. Because if you guys cared about Sebastian, you'd be in here, positive attitude. Hey, how can we help?
You know, where was his positive attitude yesterday when he was talking to eggs?
I like your ink.
Oh, she is so sweet. Listen to her. I like your ink. She is trying so hard
I'm
to
not worried about Nana. What you got, what you
diffuse.
don't got.
You're very talented.
Listen to her. I love her. Dude, I
I'm
love
not
this
worried
girl
about
so
what you got,
much.
what you don't got. That's not my
He's
business.
over there like, I ain't worried about what you
think
got.
I need your money?
He's so mad. Yeah, I think you do. I can't. I'm fucking dead, guys. Oh my God.
Well, having an opinion is one thing. Slandering is another. I suggest you look up the word slander.
He's so mad.
Opinion, anybody can have an opinion on
Oh,
anybody.
shit.
That's the First Amendment right.
Oh shit, that spoon's just stirring. Stirring on up. Oh, I think I caused
suggest
enough
you look at the
trouble in
keyword
here. I better get going. It ain't slander if it's true, honey. It ain't slander when it's true. Gotta go.
Because as far as I know, when I left, you didn't prove nothing. We debunked everything you said. And we still don't know if you're friends with these people. Because, what was it? Oh, you know what? It's been a long day. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. And then you jump in somebody else's life. Come on, man.
I just took it. I didn't know that you took it that way, but I just took it as a bunch of people trying to get answers. Yeah, it was probably overwhelming for her, but don't come up claiming that you're really good friends with somebody and you can help clear them and help shed them in a better light and help. I think if both sides would do that and try to put each other in a better light, Sebastian would be found faster. If all of the facts were out. I mean, the public, of course, we're not owed anything, but we are the ones trying to find him. Barbecue and Tammy were on the ground, boots on the ground. Any information could help them find him while they were. You know what I'm saying? Like people that are actively out there searching. I think we just all have questions and we come up claiming to be somebody. And I don't know.
So,
and don't get me wrong, people. When I say I said it, I think I said it was what might be interrogation to me might not be an interrogation to anybody else. So that is my perspective. Don't come up, make claims, and not expect to get answers.
I mean, it's just like if I went into a Pro Katie live and said, hey, I'm good friends with Seth and da-da-da-da-da, I'm sure everybody in there would have some major questions and I would have to sit there through it. And
Absolutely.
What would I expect?
And guess what? If I have answers that I know could exonerate him, I'm going to reveal it. I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want me to sit there up there and say, okay, that's kind of interesting. I haven't heard that one yet.
She had to expect that people were going to ask questions. Because I would expect that, people would ask me a million questions and try to figure out who the hell I am since I'm claiming to be somebody. I don't think Salty Lunatic is trying to cause drama. I think she's just trying to advocate for what she believes is right. And, we just have a difference of opinion.
No, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, there's no hard feelings, no nothing. People will believe what they want to believe, I mean, nobody's ever going to agree on anything. Some people are going to disagree.
To answer your question, Salty Lunatics, yes, I have asked the hard questions regarding Seth as well.
Now, was that question towards me or for Layla, what you were talking about, Salty?
Both of yous.
I mean, you can answer it too. It may have been for you.
If it's for me, let's just say I have a legal obligation, if that makes sense.
No, that doesn't make sense. I need more information. You have a legal obligation to be on TikTok?
You can come up if you want to.
Legal obligation, yes.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused on what he's saying here. I need more information. I never heard of the law forcing someone to be on TikTok.
Or should I rephrase and say legal representation?
Now we're getting closer to the nit and gritty. So are you legally? No, let's change that.
I didn't hear him say that he had a legal
lawyer?
obligation to be on TikTok. Your question was regarding asking the hard questions of Seth.
Are you retained? That's what we need to know. Have you been
And he had to
retained?
ask the hard questions of Seth if he's going to be legally obligated to him.
What do you mean, do I have a legal obligation to be on TikTok? No, I don't. I don't have to be on TikTok.
So who's the legal obligation to? What's it for? You said you have a legal obligation to what?
Nobody has to be on
It
TikTok.
means nothing. We need more information. Stop being
She
evasive.
has another question for you.
Okay. Let's just say he's got legal representation. That's it.
Let's just say I'm his lawyer. Why don't you just say it? Because you pretty much already said it. So are you a public defender trying to defend Seth on TikTok publicly? Because ain't no lawyer working on TikTok, I can tell you that. That's so weird. Yeah, no, can't go live. I was in the car, it was loud music. And I wasn't gonna...
Legal obligation doesn't mean nothing. Okay. Have you heard about attorney-client privilege?
So you're his attorney and he's your client. Okay, got it. Didn't know you could hire a public defender to
No,
defend you
we weren't
on
actually. We
TikTok.
were just talking about random stuff.
That is cool.
Mostly
Learn
about
something new every
toxic
day.
females in the workplace.
So you're saying
And then it went to another case.
So you're saying I'm a public defender trying to defend Seth on TikTok? Did you once hear me mention Seth's name?
Oh, we were talking about Seth, honey. Don't play dumb. I asked if you were defending Seth. You responded with, you have a legal obligation.
See, I mean, that's what I mean. We go with people making assumptions.
Oh, no assumptions made, baby. You said it. You know, after watching that live,
An hour and a half ago, Barbecue texted me, and there was a live being held. It was Chase's live. Ocean was in there. Kylan, Chaps, Bertha. You're still I'm gonna leave and come back out. Sorry, You're okay. You're okay. So there was a live that was happening, and she texted me. Barbecue texted me, letting me know that Barbecue's biological mother was in the box, talking on Chase's live with all of these people, like it was no big deal. Mind you, this is her biological mother, who literally, as you have heard, was in on her being abused. I mean, she has nothing to do with this woman. Absolutely nothing to do with this woman at all. And they sought this woman out in an effort to hurt her. So I did text Chase to ask Chase if she knew what was going on. So I don't know about that situation, but the rest of them, like, all of this is insane. I just have a hard time believing people didn't know. This is, yeah. And I don't mean that rudely. Have any of them reached out? No. And I haven't gotten a text back since I was basically told that if I find out you're getting me involved in blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I'm done. Like, I've tried to... about her being involved? I told her I'm just done. Like, I've tried to help. I know we've been through our own stuff, but, like, this is...
now there's a lot of people in the live last night that were wondering how this even happened. Like, how did they even find out who Barbecue's mom was? We don't know. A lot of people in the comments were saying that Delta was responsible because he's the attorney, that he was getting this information. Now, if you don't know who Delta is, let me remind you. With this comment where he says, did I say it? Yes, I could have been out of anger. Most likely would I ever do such a thing. Now he's talking about in reference to coming after my child, okay? Most likely would I ever do such a thing? Most likely. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Is that some like passive aggressive, like I might, I could, maybe? Yeah, we know what kind of person he is. But not everybody does. And I think it's important that y'all know for awareness and for your own protection. Okay, so this is for awareness purposes only. And I really debated on whether or not I should do this or not. But considering what happened last night, the lengths that these people are willing to go to, the danger that these people are, I think it's very important that other people are made aware. People need to know. So we did a little investigating. And when you Google Delta 7100 TikTok, you get a little cash app here that comes up. Tony Garisi. Okay, so that pops up telling you who this account belongs to. So the next thing we do is we go over to Facebook and we confirm, is this indeed Tony Garisi? I'll recognize that fucking nose anywhere. Yeah, very recognizable. Yep, definitely the same guy. A little bit thinner, but definitely the same guy. You can still see that chin wanting to come back. But we want to make sure, so let's just get a little more validation.
This is how legends are made. Above it all, untouchable. A new era. This is how legends get stronger.
Delta 7100, a video found on his face. So we see that Mr. Tony Garisi went to Ferndale High School and lives in Ferndale, Michigan. From there, we're able to do a little research and find out that Anthony Garisi has a little business, but it ain't no attorney business. No, he's a repo man. Comes and takes your fucking cars. And Trev Recovery out in Fraser, Michigan. You should see some of their reviews. They actually are F-rated by the Triple B Business Bureau. Yeah, that's a pretty bad rating. You ain't even rated Triple B, you rated F for fucking failure. Terrible people accusing innocent person for something he did not do or even associated. Think twice before dealing with these people. I didn't even want to give 1 star to these people. They need to be shut down. They're horrible. They treat your stuff horribly. Stay away. No, Rose was nice. Brian says, terrible. He had me waiting for an hour for my vehicle because they had it blocked in by vehicles they had broke. DM says, terrible, terrible, terrible establishment. They destroyed my car, cracked excessive amounts of mud through my car, stole my daughter's iPhone, stole my baby's car seat. That's pretty fucked up. Most definitely a bad place if you get towed. They will take your engine and parts out of your car. They're all asshole. I through Katie was good person, but nope, they be stealing. It's a dumpster fire. Andrew of Recovery, overview of Triple B ratings, rated an F. Why? Failure to respond to 2 complaints filed against the business. Apparently, they don't care that people are complaining that their shit's getting stolen. But what's really interesting is when you look up the People versus Cavender. Yeah, apparently this guy was arrested. This isn't Delta, this is somebody else, this is Cavender, okay? Who was arrested for having possessions, less than 25 grams of a controlled substance. And it goes on and on talking about this case and how it went. And the guy was trying to argue like that they didn't have probable cause for the search, okay? So the defendant's arguing that allegations were insufficient to establish probable cause. And the police are like, no, we got plenty of probable cause, and here's why. Well, they had significant evidence to say that this guy was in a narcotic trafficking, like he was actually trafficking drugs. And the reason why is because based on the review of the allegations of the affidavit, they concluded that there was a substantial basis for finding the probable cause. The affidavit by Detective Brian Burwell, a narcotics officer with 14 years of experience and extensive training, noted that the defendant had prior felony drug conviction and the defendant frequented a building on 9 Mile Road connected to Anthony Garisi. That name sounds familiar. The suspected head of a drug trafficking organization. On one occasion, an officer observed the defendant meet with Garisi at the 9 Mile Road location before traveling to 2 homes where he stayed for short periods of time before returning to the 9 Mile Road building. On another occasion, an officer observed the defendant drive from the 9 Mile Road location to a business in Clinton Township where the defendant never entered the business but instead briefly met with an individual who approached his car in an alley as detailed. These people on YouTube are fucking lost. They're so lost because they can't bear to come over here and figure out what the fuck is going on, that they're so lost out of their mind. I spent the other day on Queen Bean's show, and how many people were confused about who's who? They think I'm fucking Nikki. They think I work for Tony. These people are so fucking lost and they can't get their head out of their house for 2 seconds to come over here and watch the content and see who is who and what's what. And I'm pissed because people be speaking on stuff they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. And they need to pay attention and wake the fuck up. We'll have to go over to YouTube and go make some videos over there so people can understand who Salty is, because these people can't get off of YouTube to come over to TikTok to figure it out, and all like, oh, get out of high school drama. Bitch, I'm 40 years old. Over 40. I stopped counting at 40. Fuck that. I don't need to keep counting after that. I'm done. I'm over the hill. I'm fucking going. That's all that matters. I'm going down. All right? Fuck. But the people over there are so disrespectful over something they're just clueless and ignorant about. Oh, them TikTokers, and they have this whole image of every TikToker. Like, they just lumped us into one big group and we're all the same. Trying to create some division between YouTube and TikTok. It's a platform. You ain't special or different because you on YouTube versus TikTok. People are... I'm just like... So this person in Queen Bee's comments, Nikki says there's a big difference between her and Salty. Nikki, from where many of us are, there is no difference. This is C Nikki. Well, to me, you and Nikki are the same because you got Nikki in your name, dumbass. If from where you're standing, you can't see clearly, pick your ass up and move to the front row so you can see a little bit better. C Nikki, if you ever desire to come over here and watch some TikToks. Jiminy Cricket. People are like, I can't see what's going on because you're standing in the back. You over on YouTube, you can't see what's going on TikTok. So obviously you blind and can't see shit and don't know what the fuck is going on. So maybe people need to zip their mouths up. Salty feeling salty. Stay salty, bitches.